All right, everybody, welcome back to the Deep Dive. Now, today, we've got something a little bit different. We've been doing all this research, and we've got this document, and well, it's not really like any research paper I've ever seen.
Yeah, this one is pretty unique.
I mean, you sent this to us, and it's kind of like a puzzle.
It is a puzzle. It's like somebody took a name and just decided to write it down over and over again.
Yeah, Logan Paul like 200 times. What is going on here?
Well, that's the question, isn't it? I mean, when you see something like that, it kind of makes you stop and think.
I mean, is this like some kind of fan thing? Are we looking at an obsession, or is this like, performance art or something?
Could be any of those things. And that's what makes it so interesting, right? Like, what's the motivation behind this?
Yeah, like who sits down and writes the same name 200 times? I mean, there's got to be a reason.
And not only that, but then you get to the very end and there's one Jake Paul thrown in there, almost like an afterthought.
Yeah, just like, boom, Jake Paul, just one time.
And that just adds a whole other layer to it, doesn't it?
Like, why is Jake Paul there? Just once. I mean, it makes you think about who these guys are. Logan Paul, Jake Paul, the YouTube, the social media stars, all the controversy.
Right. And the fact that they're brothers, too. It's like, is this a comparison? Is it a rivalry? What's the relationship here?
Yeah, it's like the creator's trying to tell us something, but we got to figure out the code.
Like a secret message?
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, it makes you think about repetition, too. You know how, like, in advertising or propaganda, they repeat things over and over to get it stuck in your head?
Right. Like, that's how they make slogans work. Yeah. Or think about music, how a chorus repeats, gets stuck in your head.
Yeah. And sometimes repetition can be really powerful. Like it can be used to emphasize a point or create a certain mood or even to be annoying.
Definitely. And in this case, I think the repetition of Logan Paul really forces you to confront that name. You can't ignore it.
It's like it's screaming at you.
In a way it is. And then you have that single Jake Paul at the end. And it's like a whisper.
It's like, what is that whisper trying to tell us?
Right? It's like a little counterpoint to all that Logan Paul noise.
So we've got this document, we've got this repetition, we've got this contrast, we've got these two famous brothers. What do we make of it?
Well, I think that's the beauty of it, right? It's open to interpretation. It could be a commentary on fame, on internet culture, on sibling rivalry.
It could be a joke, it could be a statement, it could be an experiment.
Exactly. It's like a Rorschach test. You look at it and you see what you see.
And I think that's what the creator intended. They wanted to provoke a reaction to make us think, to get us talking.
And they've definitely succeeded.
Absolutely. So I guess the big question is, what do you think this document would be called if it were a piece of art?
That's a good one. What do you think?
I don't know. I'm stumped. But I bet our listeners have some ideas. I'd love to hear what they come up with.
Yeah, that's something to think about.
So there you have it, folks. A deep dive into the curious case of the repeated Logan Paul and the single Jake Paul, a document that raises more questions than answers. But hey, sometimes that's the best kind of art, isn't it?
I think so.
Until next time, keep those brains buzzing and keep sending us those weird and wonderful documents. We're always up for a challenge.
Always.
All right, we'll see you next time.
See you later.